Hello world! Unit SAR 13113 reporting for duty, that's me, otherwise known as Sarielle. Welcome to the top of the show, of which we have a wonderful one tonight. For those who may not know me yet, again, my name is Sarielle, and I am the brand new host of the lowest rated talk show in hell, trust me. With a little bit of your help, we can get much better ratings than the last guy. Ooh, that last guy, Bobby, some or other. Oh man, what a mess. But hey, show business is my middle name, even though I don't have a surname. Now I know what you're thinking. This guy is an absolute sleazeball talk show host who lives in hell. What does that mean? Is he a demon? Is he a bug? Why does he look at me like that? Well, if you look deep into my power button eyes, I think you'll find I am an android angel. Check him out. Wings on. Look again. Wings off. But what's an android angel doing in hell, huh? The answer is watch the rebuild of Sarielle Part 2. Absolute banger of a VOD. I am part of Neverlive's Generation 2 Syndicate. As you can see, I am a VTuber. I stream on Twitch. I've got a little bit of YouTube content, bit of a TikTok presence, and also on Twitter and Blue Sky. Hit the follow buttons on all of those respective platforms if you would like to follow me, and I'll follow you back. I mean, like physically, not like I don't do follow for follow most of the time. It's situational. Now, the way this works is, of course, this is a late night talk show. And what would a late night talk show be without guests to talk with at late at night? Of course, being a VTuber myself, my passion is in spotlighting other creatives of the community. We have tonight 3 special guests and 1 very special co-host, the wonderful Parokia Alabang. Bring them out. That's them. They're coming. Here I am joined by the wonderful Parokia Alabang.
Hello, hello. Nice to meet everyone. I'm pleased to be here.
Joining us as the first co-host of the Sarielle Show. How exciting is that?
Super exciting. I mean, me personally, I'm excited. Can't wait to meet the guests today.
Always pleased to be in the presence of Parokia, even more today, because we have a very special pilot episode of the Sarielle Show tonight. We've got a theme. What's the theme?
And what would that be?
Well, what's the theme?
VTuber artists.
VTuber? Artists.
VTubers who are artists.
Artists. What are they?
Artists who are VTubers.
Artists who are VTubers. But they might also be VTubers who are artists.
Either way, you know.
A little birdie.
Artists nonetheless.
Told me you have a bit of a background in artwork. See how I use the word background?
I do. I do dabble from time to time. I involve myself a lot in visual development and background art, mostly under a different guise, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I do consider myself an artist. I do.
You're quite the visual development yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You flatter me.
You're very welcome.
You flatter me.
It is a wonder, absolutely wonderful to have you on the show tonight. We have 3 lovely guests coming up. First, we have the reign of Neverlive's Generation 1 Soul Sender.
Heard a lot of great things about Rain Live. You know, we have perhaps a special guest for them later today as well.
We had to pull out the stops. It wasn't easy, but we put those pieces together.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't cheap either.
Nope. We, the Sarielle Show, after its first recording, its first taping is the word we use. Unfortunately, we have gone into the red. So hopefully, tonight's episode is a success. Otherwise, there will be no more. We've got our second guest.
Not looking good, Sarielle.
Coming up after Rain. That is the magnificent Owl. Long-time friend of the stream, long-time friend of the show, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome them on for the pilot episode. And finally, last but not least, Who do we have?
Grimmiable.
Grimmy.
Grimmiable.
It's
The big
Grimmy.
blue, the big orange.
The big blue bogey.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute
They call her the
booger of a
boogeyman
human.
of the workshop.
Booger man.
Booger man.
Yeah.
A robot's worst nightmare. You don't want to see her with a wrench around you.
The great Grimmier
Uh,
of Neverlive's Generation 3 X Live is on the show.
Grimmy!
It's going to be a great show tonight. It's going to be a great show tonight,
Mhm.
folks. Stay tuned
Mhm.
for after these messages.
Yes, people, just doing a big shout out to Sarielle here. You need to get on and follow his shit. That's Unit SAR 13113, aka SAR or Sarielle, on the Sarielle Twitch channel. The guy is a live streamer, he's a VTuber, he's an android angel from hell, he's a late night talk show host, and he's one of the Neverlive's Generation 2 syndicate. Big shout out to him and his channel. Keep liking his shit. Watch his shit because he follows Big Steve. Get in. Oh, and by the way, everyone else, get to fuck.
And welcome back to the studio. How's the seat?
Warm?
Warm?
I feel like someone was sitting here before I did, but
Nope, you're the first person. First person ever.
there's a big ass imprint. You sure the janitor didn't get in here and sat down on these lovely leather seats?
Our first guest, Rain, bring them in!
Hello everyone, I'm Rain. My name is Rain. I'm Rain Live, Rain Days, Rain VT. You can call me by any name. It works.
Rainy.
Yes.
Raining.
That's me. That's also me. Raining.
Please
Maybe.
say happy here,
you can
Rain.
say that.
It's great to have you
I'm happy
here,
to be
Rain.
here.
So, I gotta ask you, this is a big moment in Sarielle history. Not just Sarielle
Okay.
history,
True,
but
true.
television history. Across
Massive.
all worlds, all dimensions, hell, earth, wherever this is broadcasted, because you are the first guest of the Sarielle show. That's pretty special, huh? Round of applause for that one.
I
Hey!
know. I'm so excited. Oh,
I'm
I'm so
excited.
excited to be here.
I'm so excited.
Everyone's been
Oh, you are?
anticipating
I'm
this
also so
guest
excited.
appearance.
So, we gotta start with a bit of intro. Please tell us about yourself.
Well, as I said, my name is Rain. I am part of the Soul Sunder generation of Neverlive, and I am a demon archivist, sorting all these souls incoming into hell.
So you mentioned Neverlive. What's a Neverlive? I've never heard of a Neverlive.
What's
Pal,
a
you ever heard of a
Neverlive?
Neverlive?
Never.
Ah.
Never ever.
Never.
What is that?
Never in my life.
Never in your life?
Good one.
What is a Neverlive?
A Neverlive is a group of VTubers that you guys may or may not be a part of.
Oh. Hey, that's
Who
news to
are
me.
you guys? Who does this involve?
Who does this involve?
Yeah, explain a little bit more on that.
Explain a little bit more.
Who are the members of this group?
Who are the members of
Who
this
are the
group?
members of this group? Let me bring them up. Well, we have me, Rain. We have a friend. I'm assuming a friend of the show named Vico.
Mm-hmm.
We have good old Sarielle here.
Yeah.
V Rise. We got Paro right over here. We got, oh god, you're putting me on the spot. I know we have Mystic.
Well, you are in the middle of the
Grimmiable,
screen. You are under the spotlight quite
Very
literally.
much in the spot.
Yeah.
There's a reticule aimed at
It's
the middle
almost
of your
as
head if you don't answer this correctly. By the
We
way,
have a sniper at the
No
top
pressure.
of the building. You can see the audience is empty except for one guy up there with a rifle.
Hi, hi. Good to see you out there.
Yes, he's your biggest fan.
We also have Mocha and Tinta and Wire. I think I got everyone. I think that was everybody.
I wasn't keeping count.
but let's just say you got
Let's
it
say you
right,
did.
everyone.
You did it.
Let's give Rain a round of
Congratulations.
applause.
You
Thank you,
win
Rain. Thank you,
the
thank you.
grand
I love my.
prize.
Pleased to have you here, Rain.
Pleased to have
Again,
you.
thank you for coming onto the show.
Oh, I'm happy to be
Thank
here.
you again. And you are part of Neverlive's Soul Sender. What's that? What's Soul Sender?
Soul Sender. Well, it is both the group and a corporation in hell that is meant for the distribution of incoming souls and souls going back to Earth in their system of reincarnation. So, I'm unfortunately locked
And what are
in
they
the
called?
dungeons, the archives most of the time. And
Mm,
I stare at my little screens all day. I write down all the
mhm,
names. I look at all the
mhm.
stuff. All
Right.
that good stuff down there.
Mm.
What's a typical day in the life of rain days? Walk us through
Of
it.
rain
You
Walk us
days.
through
know,
it.
Well,
yeah.
I wake up. I usually make my cup of tea as you see I got here. Kind of get ready for work, and then I work my. I mean, it kind of depends on how many. I mean, we always get a ton of souls every day, but depends
Right.
on how many
Right.
I'm assigned and how many other people are assigned. And I'm up and down those shelves pretty much for like hours and hours. Sometimes it's hard to count. I've lived a
Hmm.
long life. I don't know how long. Uh,
It's hard to keep
these
count after so many
it's
years,
really hard
right?
to keep
Many
count when you're
years.
Right.
4,000. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. So and then I'll go home. I'll have a nap and then kind of do it all again.
Rinse
Mm-hmm.
and repeat.
That's the way you
Yep,
do it. So
yep.
you work retail then?
Basically.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Uh, uh, um,
So you said that the group is called, what are they called again?
Soul Sender. Yes.
Soul
Yeah, their
Sender.
company. Mm-hmm.
Soul Sender. We send those souls,
Soul
baby.
Sender.
Never heard of her.
I only just met her. Oh, hey, hey,
Hey.
yabba dabba, yabba
Hey,
dabba doo,
yabba dabba doo.
You've walked into a room full of 2 Fred Flintstones. Count them. 1, 2. Fred Flintstones. You're a VTuber. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And I gotta ask, how long have you been doing VTubing?
Oh, well, that's a great question because I was a PNG tuber before.
Mm-hmm. Which we do include.
But
see.
VTubing
Mhm.
specifically, it's probably, is it going to be the 3rd year this year? I think so.
You think so?
Maybe the 4th. Maybe the 4th. I really can't remember.
Were you a content creator before you started VTubing?
Yeah, I dabbled a little bit. Mostly just posted my art online and kind of streamed some artwork. But
Mm.
Vico and I have been friends for a long time, and Vico had the vision, and so we realized that vision. So
The vision.
The founding members.
The founding
Yes.
Right
members. We call them the
I've been here
founders.
for a while.
3 years in the business of content creating. Well,
3 years in the biz.
in Never Live, a small blip in your career or in your entire lifespan as a demon.
How long's your
This is
lifespan?
true.
Let's clarify this.
How long is my lifespan? Well,
Yeah.
I am basically 4,000 this year. I think I'll be turning 4,000 or something like that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I know I'm still quite
So
young for a
old.
demon,
So
but
old.
to like
Mhm.
everyone else, they think
You
I'm
don't
old.
look a day over 300.
Oh,
3,300.
thank you. Thank you.
3,999.
Something that not everyone knows about the Neverlife group. Neverlife, as it's now known, used to be called, back in the early days when it was one generation, it was just called Soul Sender, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was just me. It was me, Vico, Wire, and an ex-member named Yuki.
We love Yuki. Shout
We
out to
do love
Yuki. Oh, shout out Yuki.
Shout out to Yuki. Never met him, but I'm sure they're fantastic. I'd love to meet him in the future.
I gotta ask, how
Yeah, it was great.
did you and yourself and the other members of Soul Sender find each other?
I mean, Vico and I met when Vico came down to the archives one day, and was a fresh soul, just came through from Earth, and was kind of inquiring some things. And unfortunately, I'm not all life is confidential. Like all of your lives are confidential once you come in as a soul, so I can't really share that with you. But I kind of I was also kind of a fresh recruit to Soul Sender also. I mean, I'd been in the archive for about 1,000, 2,000 years at that point.
So you were
maybe
both greenhorns
now.
in it together, but you had a little,
Right.
you had a leg up in terms of
Yes.
experience.
Exactly. I mean, I had to go through the training for about 1,000, as most demons do who are born in hell. But I'd met Vico, and he was kind of the first one who really showed some compassion to me, because most souls don't really like demons. It is how it is. And then I was introduced to Wire through Vico because they both had they both worked at Soul Sender as well, in the higher up areas. So yeah, and that was kind of how we all met.
Wonderful. It's always nice to hear an origin story, you know?
Yeah.
To
An
be
orange
friends for so
story.
long and to still be friends to this day. Really, really nice to hear.
Is that why
I
your
mean, it was
tail is
only.
orange?
Yeah.
Why? Wait,
The
why is my
oranges
tail
story?
orange? My tail's just orange because I mean, maybe.
We love your design. Could you tell us
Thank
more
you.
about the creative process that was behind it?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, I love blue. And I also originally was hoping to be yellow.
Oh, look at
But
that!
Ooh.
yes, I know. Both
So
of
you
you
are
guys have
surrounded
the
by the
colors that I
two,
want. I
the
know.
blue and yellow of Neverlight.
Mhm.
Yes. I have a little bit of yellow on my arms here, as you can see. But I mean, if you guys have ever seen a color wheel, blue and orange are opposites, and it
Mhm.
just I think it kind of fit into place for the design
Fits
part of
very
that.
Like a
well.
Nerf Elite Nerf gun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I
You know
You
have
are
those
very
Nerf Elite
nerve
ones?
colored.
You're very
a
Nerf
very
colored.
nerf colored.
Yeah, like a Nerf
Yeah.
dot
Oh,
or a Nerf gun.
yeah.
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 Right.
You have seen
No.
trains before, have you?
Have you seen bread?
Trains.
Bread,
Have
maybe.
I seen bread? I mean, yeah.
The human delicacy known as bread.
Well, I've seen
Alaskan
a
brown
lot of
bears.
things
You ever
through
seen
people's
any?
memories. Seen what?
Alaskan brown bears.
Uh, Maybe once. I'm not sure.
Any wheat, any grain, any bears,
Any grain?
any trains?
Trains?
I mean,
I must say that when you mentioned about wanting to be blue and yellow, it made me realize, do you reckon that you're the result of if me and Paro did like a fusion dance and became like Pinocchio becomes like a real boy?
True.
I mean, I'm not like I'm not an automaton nor a robot, so
But you are,
maybe
that's what I mean. But if
not
we became like
quite.
real, if we became like of the flesh.
Oh, if you
You know,
became okay, so
of
if
the
you were grown in
flesh.
a tube, right?
Of
No,
the
no, no.
flesh.
If we both merged together in a fusion dance, and then
Mhm.
Geppetto
Right.
came and someone
Mhm.
made a wish, and we became a real boy.
Yeah. And then we went, I have the whole world to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I suppose you could
Yeah.
say that. I mean,
It's something that was said.
By
our horns
Pinocchio.
are kind of similar, and
Mhm.
me and Paro have the kind of that bell sleeves a little bit
I used to
going
have a
on.
tail.
It's true, you used to.
I used to.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the story behind how your model came to be? I would like to know a little bit more about the design process.
Yeah. Well, we had an original design. Vico and I worked really hard on, like, went through many designs. I really was sold on the idea of having a long skirt, just because I think they're really comfortable. They keep me nice and warm, you know. And I had to fight Vico a little bit because I used to have a shorter one, and Vico loves showing legs. So we did
Yeah.
have to. I did have to kind of fight for my long skirt. But I really liked how it turned out. I really love my new jacket. I feel really official. I feel really,
You
you
look
know,
it.
I'm going to work every day. I got that tie on.
You're on that
You know, I think
grind. If
I
the
am
money
on
was
that
Mhm.
calling,
grind, you
you'd
know.
pick up the phone.
I sit in
Mhm.
that office. I do my office work, you know.
Ring,
Um,
ring, 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 ring,
ring, ring, ring.
ring, ring, ring. Pick up the phone. What does it
Hello?
say? What does it say, Rain?
Hello?
What does it say?
What does it say?
Hello?
It says the money's calling. Do you pick up?
That's the money. That's the money.
The
Uh,
money's calling.
yeah,
You better pick up.
I'll pick up the money call.
Okay, you picked up the phone. The money's on the line.
Hi, money.
Hey, I got $100,000 here for you.
Right.
Would you ever be
What's the
interested?
catch?
Do you want it?
Would you ever be interested in adapting the model to a 3D medium?
Oh, absolutely. You know, if I got that $100,000 from the money line, I would totally be down.
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be
what does the
down.
money have to say about? I'm interested, invested in this bit. What does the money have to say about that?
Yeah, money motives.
I mean, if you're looking for an angel investor, I mean, I'm here for you. Like, if you need the money, I got the money. That's why they call me Mr. Money. That's why
Right.
that's why they call me Mr. Money. I have the
That's
money.
why they call
you
him
know?
Mr. Money.
That's why they call me Mr. Money. I
That's
have
why
the
they
money.
call him
Anything you
Mr.
need,
Money.
anything you need. Yeah, anything you need.
Anything you need.
Anything.
Okay, okay.
Anything
Money
you
can
need.
be used to purchase. It can be exchanged for goods and services.
Well, I gotta go now. I gotta make some business deals.
The money was
I gotta
calling,
go
now the
now.
money is
Yeah,
leaving.
of course, Mr. Money.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Thank
got-
you.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Isn't that what we call a
Yep.
recession? When the money leaves?
No. Well,
Okay,
I gotta
the show
go,
is
guys.
officially
Thanks
in
for having
recession.
me.
The
Oh,
Sarielle
gosh.
show is now officially in economic recession. Good to know.
Oh,
Good to
no.
know.
That's unfortunate to
We have
hear.
a surprise for you, Vane.
Okay.
We pulled out a lot of stops to make this happen.
I'm
said before-
very
A lot
excited.
of stops.
You said before that you were born in a test tube. Is that correct?
I was born. I wouldn't call it a test tube, but it
You
was
called it a test tube
like
earlier in the interview, and you are under oath.
device.
A device. You were born of the
Yeah,
machine.
I mean it's like it's a tank and it looks kind of tube-like. You know.
So you're a test tube baby.
Yeah.
Tank.
I guess you could call me a test tube baby if you really wanted to.
Well,
Mm.
we're here to reveal you have lived a lie the whole of your life.
Have I really?
Yes.
No
you
way.
were not born of a machine. You were not born and grown in a
No.
lab, nor a test tube, nor whatever you think it was. We have found
Mhm.
via DNA samples we've collected against your consent, we have
Mhm.
found your father.
Right. Okay.
And he's in the room. Bring him out.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I am Yael Proof. I'm Rain Days' father. Hello, thanks for having me.
You're very,
Nice to meet you, Sarielle.
you're
Nice to
very
meet you,
welcome,
Rain.
and it's wonderful to meet you. You're
Thanks
actually
for having me. Thanks for
something of a
thanks
hero
for
of
having
mine.
me. Mhm. I came all the way from Camino to be here. A long
You're from
way.
Camino? I didn't know you were from Camino.
Well, I had a stopover flight. Yeah. Had a layover.
Yeah.
Oh, indubitably, yes. Indubitably.
Is that something he says?
It is something I say. Yeah, it's
That's
something I
something
say.
Yael Poof says.
It's something I say.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's your father, Vane. We found
Yeah.
via your family tree
Hey!
your long lost
Yeah.
father.
Well, while I'm here, do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any questions for him?
Why? What? Why? What? Why? Right. Awesome.
Well, thank you for your time here, Yael Poof. Thank you for
thank
being on the
you.
show, and hopefully
Thank you, everybody.
two
Thank you for having me.
can reunite
It's
and
been a
make up
pleasant
for.
crowd here. It's been a pleasant crowd. It's amazing. I'd be happy to be on the show next time. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Vane, for that unique experience, and I hope
that was
you
Yael
two.
Proof, dude.
I hope you two
Wow.
together after the show can find the nearest local park and play Force Frisbee. You're very talented to the artist. Where
Thank
did your
you.
journey in illustration begin?
Well, when I was just a wee little demon, you know all those Earth How to Draw manga books?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
very
yeah.
What is
familiar.
manga?
Oh yeah, I came
Oh,
into
yeah.
some of those.
Yeah, what's
I
manga?
came into some of those.
What is that?
Yeah, what's anime?
I had maybe 5. What's okay?
What's manga?
What's that? What's manga?
I think that's
From
the thing that we
the
have here.
from the Earth country Japan is an artistic style which has been dubbed manga, which is the comic drawn version, I believe, and anime is the
Oh.
animated version of that style. That's
Yeah.
that's the best I can explain it.
Fantastic.
You're like, no wonder they call you the encyclopedia archivist
Aw,
of
yeah.
That
Oh,
one
yeah.
stinks. Let's move on.
Sucks.
You explored other artistic mediums.
Have I done other artistic mediums?
In terms of maybe branching out into painting or
I have
finger
done quite a
painting,
lot. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able
sculpting?
to
Ever done any clay?
remember everything that I've done, but I do lots of digital, as you all know. I do a lot with pen and ink, and I do a lot of sketching with some pencil, graphite, usually with a mechanical pencil. I've done oils in the past. I've dabbled in watercolor and gouache. One of my favorite things that I haven't been able to do recently is block printing specifically with linoleum. I don't know. I do a lot. If it exists, I've probably done it.
That's a rule to live by. And if people want to see your art, where do they go?
Where do they go? Well, you can find someone who's totally not me at Rainy Days on most platforms.
Rainy
Probably.
Days. At
Someone
Yes.
that's
Rainy
totally
Days.
It's
Stealing
totally
someone's
not
art?
me. They steal my art all the time, guys. You know?
Goodness.
I know.
Could happen to anybody. Fraud.
Starting to
Yes,
run
it
out
really could.
of questions here, but we've got a few left. Thank you for your time once
Okay.
again.
Of course.
Here's another question. Do you think Bernice will get mogged by Artie?
What?
Oh, wait. There he
Oh.
is. It's Artie.
There he is!
What kind of content and games can we look forward to from future Vane live streams?
Well, usually art. I was supposed to play Cult of the Lamb. Been having some internet issues, as is common in hell. I mean, we don't got very good satellites
Sounds
over
like the
here.
lamb got sacrificed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love playing games. I've been wanting to play Minecraft and Terraria again. I play pretty much anything, whether it's cozy or Overwatch, which is not cozy. But usually I draw, so that's what you can expect. And also maybe I'm planning a hand cam stream soon. So
Ooh. And how about for non-stream related content? Because you were telling me a little bit about something before the show. I would like the viewers to hear a bit more about it.
yeah. Well, non-stream related content. I have a YouTube channel. I eventually would like to post some more YouTube videos. I believe that my YouTube handle is RainVT.
We'll look it up.
I have a TikTok. Yes, we'll look it up.
We've done the research. Not.
Yes. Not.
Nuts.
Nuts?
I mean, you can always find me on Blue Sky and Twitter at RainVT as well. And then, of course, you can find my artwork at someone who is not me, which is Rain Days.
And in the case that you create content which is not related to your live streams on Twitch,
Yes.
would we call that Vane off live?
That's a good one. I think we can call it that for sure.
Patent pending.
Did you enjoy Mark Ruffalo's performance in the movie Poor Things?
I have not seen that movie.
Thank you very much. That's our time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
for this
Rain Days.
guest. And what a
Thank
pleasure
you
to
for
have you.
having me.
Thank you for being here. Hopefully,
Thank
we
you
will
so
be
much.
catching
you.
your streams and your non-stream related content, Rain Off Live, patent pending, in the near
Patent
future.
pending.
You better head out of this studio and go greet dear old dad. I'm sure he's waiting.
Right. Yeah.
I'm over here, Rainy. I'm over here.
He's over
I'm
there.
waiting for you, darling.
I'll be on my way in a minute.
And that was the wonderful Rain Live. You can see them live at twitch.tv/RainLive. More coming up after these messages.
Konnichiwa. This is Sephiroth Sword 57. And I am here to tell you to go and follow SAR13113, aka Saru, or Sarielle, on the Sarielle ENVT Twitch channel. That would be super sugoi. He is a live streamer, a VTuber, an android angel from hell, a late-night talk show host, and one of Never Live's Generation 2 syndicate. So do yourself a favor and go and follow right now. And with that, that will be it from me, Sephiroth Sword 57. Have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Sayonara!
Welcome back, every pony. Every pony. Welcome back, everybody. We are now joined by our second guest. Tonight in the studio, we have the wonderful Owl Blockade.
I forgot my line.
Congratulations.
Whoa.
Yeah.
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 Especially the part I'm supposed to say hello world, Unity CR11. I forgot the names. I forgot the number. I'm a big fan.
Okay,
What was
well,
that, sorry?
you're out. You're done. No more interview for you. Get out of this building.
Okay, exit stage left, please. Thank you.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Owl. I do many owl things. Mainly variety over at twitch.tv/owl blockade, the underscore is silent.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want to clear something up.
Introductions are hard.
That's all good. That's all. I've got a question already. Let's clear
That's
this up.
great.
Your name is Owl. Is that correct?
I'm Owl, yes.
I am Owl.
Yep, that's my thing. I
your
can
thing.
say that.
Nice to meet
That's
you.
your
Nice
thing.
to meet you.
Hello, hello. Imagine I'm looking left instead of right.
Paro, say I am. Say I am Paro.
I am Paro.
I am Sir. We follow
And
in
we
the
are-
shepherd's example.
Sorry. And we are
We are
the
the
Sarielle. Yeah.
the Sarielle Show.
The Sarielle Show!
Real show.
But you're not an Owl VTuber. Oh yeah.
Now, a lot of people tend to get me confused because of my name.
But you introduce
Mhm.
yourself by saying you do owl things.
Yeah, I tend to
Does
stay
that
up all
imply-
night and scream at the top of trees.
Exactly, because I was thinking, does
Mhm.
that imply that you're not owl? You're not an owl, but you are owl-like in the way that you
And yet,
hunt
yeah,
shrooms
and yet you
and
don't-
mice.
Ever since I got that nickname almost 10 years ago, I've not been being the owl allegations.
I was about to ask
New
if there was a
thing
story
comes
behind
out.
it.
There's an owl in it. It becomes my favorite thing. And then I just start crying because, oh no, it's an owl. I'm not beating it.
It's an owl,
It's an owl.
and that's the story behind the name Owl, the nickname Owl.
Yeah.
Kinda, not. I used to play Team Fortress 2 a lot back then.
Oh, and there's like
Ooh.
an owl heavy, isn't there? Is that
No,
where it comes from?
that's for a sniper, I think.
Is it? Oh, I think it is.
More or less.
I don't know.
I think my origins was like, I used to have a lot of nicknames bouncing around back then, but I didn't really sell for anything. Then I saw this funny owl picture on Google or something, and I was like, hey, this should be my personality for the day. And then
For
I
the
met
day.
my main friend group, and then it rolled from there, and now I'm stuck with this name.
Yeah, it's a pretty long ass day.
Oh.
Mhm.
You are dressed impeccably. What's the occasion?
Thank you. I wanted to look better than everyone else.
Oh. Get out of my
I
studio,
mean, hey,
dude.
I'm just saying
out of my
this show is
studio.
not named after.
Get out!
It's your name on this freaking show, Mr. Streamer.
Yeah, get out of my studio. What are you doing? It's not the Owl Blockade show, is it? Not the Owl Mopaz show?
We don't use that nickname.
We don't. Which Blockade on
It's been
Mopaz?
dead and buried for like 5 years.
5 years.
5
5
years.
years.
Have I known you that long?
Kinda.
That's crazy.
I actually don't
5
remember how
years.
long it's been.
I don't remember either. That's why I'm asking you.
You expect me, the one with reputable? Is that word? The one with bad memory. You're asking the
thought-
one with bad memory. Hey, do you remember Mr. Owl Blockade?
I was
The
just under
answer's
the
no.
impression that an owl-like trait would be wisdom, and that's unfortunately
it's
something you
wisdom,
don't have.
not intelligence.
I see.
Is wisdom related to memory?
Next question.
Next
A lot
question.
of VTubers adhere to a strict law and abstain from, as it's known, they call it in the business, immersion breaking. However, you don't
Immersion
really
breaking.
play a character in that way. Is that correct?
Yeah, it seems to be pretty unique among other people.
Mm-hmm. Unique and... Could you elaborate on that?
Well, almost every VTuber I come across is usually they have at least a little sprinkle of lore, like, oh, I am this character because that is what I want to be represented by. And then
Mhm.
here I come along like, yeah, I just like my OC very much. She has rotted my brain.
Mm.
And now I've got a whole model with her, and I'm going to use it at some point.
So you have a law set in stone for your OCs, but this isn't like your law
I
that
wouldn't
you're...
say I have lore set in stone, more like very loose fragments that I kind of tie together like a little ball.
I understand. Yeah, I see.
Would you say that the personality playing your OC and your OC are two separate people?
Yeah, I would say that personality that I put out on stream is about 95% of who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And then my OC is just whatever I kind of feel like for the week.
You're
Mhm.
blue.
She is blue, yes.
True.
You're blue.
Funnily enough, that's not even my favorite color.
What's your favorite color?
What is? Yeah.
It's orange. It's why it's in the eyes.
Orange.
Beauty is
Yo.
in the eye of the beholder, and that's why my favorite color is there.
We don't like orange on this show.
No.
Nope.
No.
Our next guest is orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the worst.
You'll love her, but we hate her.
Yeah, she stinks.
I think I have an
Terrible.
inkling of who it might be, but
Mm.
yeah.
If you were wondering why the green room stunk when you went through
And
there.
there's
Uh-huh.
like fluids on the wall.
Oh yeah, residue.
Yeah. Yeah. She left a mess.
I thought it was just a health thing.
Nope.
I
It's
mean,
it's not
we're
a health
pretty
thing.
clean down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we try to be. It's
We
not a
have
health thing.
custodians.
It's a
Mhm.
health and safety
Mhm.
hazard.
Yeah. And
Speaking
she
of
is
our
one.
custodians, I was supposed to save this question for later on, but hey, I reckon it's a good segue. I've got a question
Yeah.
for you. Will Bernice get mogged by Ati?
Uh,
Dude,
yes.
there he is!
Oh!
Look!
Oh, there he is! Oh my God, there he is! I love this guy, dude. He always
I
comes
love
on
him.
the show.
I love him.
Great man, great man.
Wonderful dude.
Amazing. Yeah,
Heck
he
of a singing
will
voice.
have a
Heck of a
hard
singing
time
voice.
cleaning up the green room. Yep.
Yes. Oh, yes. No, he will be paid extra,
For that.
partially overtime, and also as a hush payment to never tell anyone
Yep.
about what he
Yep.
witnesses here.
NDA signings
see,
and
I
all
see.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm aware that you're a streamer on Twitch. What kind of stream content is typical of your channel? What kind of stuff do you put out?
It's basically whatever I feel like for a week.
Mm-hmm. And
Such
what do you?
as?
Yeah. What do you feel like?
That's
know
a
you like,
great question, everyone.
your
I do not
Pokemon.
know how to answer that question.
Well, you like your Pokemon. You like your Monster Hunter.
Mhm.
These
Yeah,
are
I
things
do.
I see you stream.
A lot of gaming content.
I would say almost all of it is gaming content.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever done an art stream, actually.
Ah.
It's been in my plans, but it's just one of those things that I've done.
And you're
What
an artist.
what has stopped you from doing an art stream?
I think it's just I don't really feel like doing art for
Mm,
2 to 3 hours ish.
understandable.
Why would I want to draw my silly little creature when I can kill monsters and whatnot?
Right.
That's
right.
a compelling argument. That's a pretty compelling argument, I gotta say, pal.
Solid. Mm-hmm.
Solid like
Also,
solid
I can
snake.
clip all of it. I can clip all of the moments where I mess up and die horrifically and put that up on YouTube instead.
I was about to ask about non-stream related content or content on other platforms.
Wow, what a segue.
Yeah. Well, what we see from you in that regard.
That's also extremely dependent on what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you go on my Twitter or Blue Sky, you just see a million art reposts and not, hey guys, this is Owl_blockade. Here's what I think for the day.
You mentioned your Twitter and Blue Sky, right?
I did mention that, yes.
Yes. Would that be where someone would go to see your aforementioned art?
Not really.
No?
It's mostly where I share a lot of other people's art because I think that's very cool to support others.
It is very cool.
Very noble.
But is there anywhere our viewers can go to see your art?
No. Unless they happen to be on in our friend Discord.
Oh, I see.
And I don't think...
Very exclusive.
Pretty much,
Or
yeah.
The Sarielle Discord channel. Hey. Saw's Paradise.
This is me winking
Link
as well.
in the description.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. You gotta talk about your OCs. You pay for this time to talk about your OCs. Go for it.
Do you want the whole rundown or do you want, like, minuscule?
No, I'm charging you by the hour. It's up to you.
Mali Valor created on October 5th, 2020.
Oh, wow.
Something with...
The memory of an owl.
I kind of had it written down.
Oh. Well, go on then.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lost my train of thought, I'm not gonna lie.
You just
From the beginning, okay.
Introducing
From the
Helene.
top, from the top.
From the top.
Also, if you give me the time to not... If I just stop talking, my mind juice will just flow away, and I will complete everything I've said in the previous, 2 seconds.
It just pours out your ear like into a puddle on the floor.
Pretty much. It's very sick
So
in
that's
here.
what... Oh, it smells like the thing that was in the green room, actually.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Why do we have such residual guests?
Except for the first one. That one was really,
Yeah.
really nice.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
our
noticed that
first
my
guest.
characters just usually don't have ears?
Hey, it's okay. I don't have ears either. At least I
Yeah,
don't
who
think
needs
so.
ears anyways?
I've got
Yeah, you
like
don't need to
feathery
hear.
things for ears, kind of.
Yeah.
What were we talking about again?
Your OCs!
But your OCs! Your OCs!
Your OCs!
You're getting
Who came
charged
first?
$50 an hour.
Who came first? Who was your first OC?
Oh, funny enough, it's a character named Amber. It's the brunette one.
Mm-hmm. And that's Amber, is it?
First silly little creature I ever created.
The very first.
Ooh.
And then I abandoned her for this blue-haired gremlin. Just like any good person would do.
Yep. You're evil.
Quite.
You're
Funniest
despicable.
thing, she was supposed to be a Tomb Raider or something, and then I
Scum of the
decided,
earth.
hey, that's a little bit out of my current skill gap. So she became a normal person.
Plight on society, that's you.
Yeah. I'm still gonna blame everyone else though.
Hey,
You see, it's not my art skills being bad, it's society bringing out of these talented artists that who are better than me. Whereas, what am I supposed to say to sound mean? The artists are
I
ruining
think-
the economy.
I think you've told enough jokes.
There are jokes in there.
Yeah. You're fooling yourself. Next question.
Next question.
Next question. Oh, don't you pull out your gun, Mr. Joker. Don't you shoot me. From the movie. The Joker, the movie. Watch it in cinemas. Is it in cinemas now? In cinemas?
I don't think it's been in cinemas for a while.
Joker 3, baby. Will you be in Joker 3?
No.
That answers that. That was very
I
concise.
gotta
and-
disappoint my fans with that one. You will not see me in hit movie Joker Free in 20 something.
It's obvious question. Do you have a favorite OC?
Yeah, it's the one I've been presenting myself as.
Oh, Amber.
Her name
Yeah,
is Malie.
oh. I think it's the first time you mentioned their actual name.
Yeah,
Well, it was
Maline.
at
when you
least
tried
publicly.
to when Al tried to introduce Maline. You remember you said Maline, or was it? Did you say Maline Val? Is it still Valor? Is the
Maline-
surname still
It's
Valor?
still Valor, yes.
Very good.
Maline Valerie?
Valorant.
Just stop speaking right now, young man. I'm going to kick you out of your own show, buddy.
Okay, well, I'd like to see you try because I got legs of lightning under this desk.
Uh-huh.
They call them the mechanisms. I'm hardwired. Hard
I'm
boiled.
hard one way, hard the other, you know?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
call me the hot wire.
Pretend I'm slowly nodding along because I do not have a face model on this thing.
You are currently a PNG tuber.
I'm currently a PNG tuber, yes.
I'm aware you may have plans to develop a Live 2D model.
Ooh,
Well, it's already
exciting.
developed. I'm just trying to find a time and place to put it out.
Oh, so last time I checked, you were with the at the Viking stage for that, right?
Yep.
So you've got
All done and dusted.
ah.
I'm currently in
And-
the trying to figure out how it all works stage.
Where do you see yourself and your channel in a year's time?
Probably about the same place if I'm being honest. I don't really plan to change my content too much.
Mm-hmm.
I am doing this as a hobby after all.
I was about to
Right.
say, it sounds like you're quite a hobbyist.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's what we
Hobby
like.
lucky.
I don't really go into this whole thing like, oh, I'm going to grind this whole thing 24/7 a week. Wait, that's you know what I'm
24/7
getting
a
at.
week.
24/7
What do
a
you think
week.
of that, Power? 24/7 a week?
24 days and 7 hours every week, you know?
Exactly. That was the natural. You hit that. You hit the nail on the head there. That's gonna be the quip of the week, of which there are 24
Indeed.
days.
24 days within a week. It is hell.
Mhm.
We do run on
7
24
hours
day
per day.
weeks. 7 hour days.
I've said it
You
before.
see the sun? Yeah, you see the sun
Vico-
zooming by on the sky.
Vico will say otherwise, but don't listen to him. He's not the lore master. He's not the real lore.
no.
He's not the real lore master. I'm telling you, as
No.
the real Neverlife lore master, I'm gonna tell you, hell runs on British Standard Time, British summertime. Hell runs on
Summertime.
British summertime. Yeah. Why do you think it's so
We're
hot?
all. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm. Sorry, I forgot where I was going again.
You are going
It's a
right
very
out,
common theme.
right out of that door, because that's the end. We've not got any more questions for you. Thank you for your time on the show. It's been a pleasure having you, I guess.
it was
Anything else you
wonderful
want to
seeing
say?
you.
Anything you want to
I
add?
thought
Power?
it was horrible being here. I'm going to sue every single person in this room. Except Poro. They're pretty cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anywho.
This is a dumbass bit he does in Discord calls, right? Here's the context. Okay? We're still recording this. This is gonna be in the damn interview. I'm keeping this in. I'm not editing this out. He does this
What's happening?
dumbass bit, right? Where it just like whenever he decides, yep, I'm done with the call, he's like, anywho's, or he goes, anyways, and just boom. He doesn't give you time. He does it so quickly. He doesn't give you time to say goodbye. It's ridiculous.
So he's like not coming back or anything.
Never.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
No farewell.
None.
Short and sweet. I love it.
And that was the magnificent Owl. You can check them out at twitch.tv/owl_blockade. More coming after these messages.
I'm Jordan Schlansky, and this message is for Sarielle. I've tracked the android to here, the mountains of envy. Life is orderly and efficient in this partition under the syndicate, but I do miss the ambition of wrath. I've traced the talk show transmissions back from Hades to this zone. Unfortunately, the specific radioactivity emitted by the native Soul Reaper senders has been causing some interference. I've been using this opportunity to reflect and correct my past mistakes. As a scythe, people have always assumed I was stoic and devoid of feeling. In fact, I'm a deeply emotional Rathian. I saw a kindred spirit in TK421, and I gave him that soul with the purest of intentions. In Wrath, I was surrounded by SSRs who never acknowledged my contributions or the variety of tasks I performed. Had I known my actions would lead to the lowest rated talk show in hell, things may have been different. In the end, I can only hope this incident, once resolved, may further the cause of reunification, and the Soul Sender Reapers and the Soul Reaper Senders will once again live as one. Until then, I'm wishing you the best today and always.
Welcome back to the show. We have, last but not least, the final guest of the night. Finally, one time only. She's never coming on again. The great Grimmyable. There she is, Grimmy.
That's me,
Round of
I'm
applause for
Grimmy.
Grimmy.
Round of applause, everybody. Woohoo! Let's
Grimmy,
go!
welcome onto the show. How you doing today?
I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm sartabulous. I'm sartastic. I'm horrific.
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 Please define horrific.
Terrific, but pyro themed.
But is that not
No.
paradoxical?
Now point. Yo, okay.
How is that
Seeing
not
that
paradoxical?
parokia in themselves is terrific. So you can't be both terrific and terrific. Thus it is paradoxical.
Now I want you to
How
point
was your
that
way in?
on
How was your
the-
way in today?
Good.
Good?
I slid through the electronic domains.
You have a
Open the
good trip
door.
on your way into the studio?
Yeah, I tripped. Yeah,
How
I
about
tripped
that
and I
traffic,
smacked my
huh?
face really hard.
Yeah?
Oh, the traffic. It was something. It was something to behold. You know, let's just say that. It was something to
Long-time
behold.
friend of the stream, long-time friend of the channel. Welcome onto the Sarielle show for the first ever time, and hopefully not the last. Please, Grimmy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hola, bonjour. Je suis Grimmy. Je suis un VTuber. Hello, I'm Grimmy. I'm part of Neverlive's third
Yes,
generation X-Liar.
excellent. That's what they're called.
I'm one of three eggs. I'm basically orange, and I'm a nudibranch, aka, or I guess a nudibranch, as I recently discovered is a proper pronunciation. Also known as a sea bunny or whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's a lot of different names. A lot of people call it a lot of different things, and I'm cool like that. And I got a big butt.
Okay.
Is that a good?
Let's get into the meat
Is
and
that a good
potatoes of
introduction?
things. Okay, meat and potatoes of things. You're part of Neverlive's third generation X-Layer, as you said. Tell me what that's like.
Yes. I love it. I love my eggs. I love my eggs, guys. Guys,
You
I
love
love
your
my
eggs.
I love my eggs. It's it's me, Comfy, and Mistaken. We're the eggs. Eggs
Mhm.
layer, you know, as they say. And I love them. They're my silly billies. They're my silly billy itty bitties. I love collabing with them. I love talking with them. I love going, whoa, Comfy, can you stop opening Call of Duty? You have an addiction. I love going, wow, Mystic, can you stop listening to Alien Stage on repeat? You have an addiction. You know, it's really fun. I love the
You
eggs.
and
What can I say?
you, the resident inscriptionable. Who are you to say this
Yes.
to Comfy or to Mystic? I've seen how you act about Buckshot Roulette. From what I
You know,
understand, you are
what's a
known
genmate
well.
without a little bit of hypocrisy, you know? They
Mhm.
call me hypocritical, liable. Sorry, what were you saying?
From what I
I'm known for
understand,
being awesome, right?
huh?
I'm known for being awesome. Yeah.
You are known well as a scrapper and a mechanic who roams the wastelands. Would you like to tell us a bit more about
Yes.
that part of your life and anything else about the background you come
Sure.
from?
The background I come from. So, well, let's just say, you all have radioactive poisoning.
That's it?
I come.
Here we
Hello.
go.
I come from. I'm a bit of a test tube baby myself. I grew up working in a nuclear reactor, specifically in the waste pools. I left. I said, "Fuck that shit. I'm out." And now I just wander around. I collect bits and bobs. I create bits and bobs. I create my own little guys. They break all the time. I don't give a fuck. And I'm I'm a bit of a business professional myself, you could say.
You say you create little guys, and
Well,
I am privy of the character known as Ally. I would like to know more about Ally. Who is
more
Ally,
about him.
and where did the idea for that character come from?
And while she's
Ally.
explaining, we can pull up a picture right here.
Yep, pull it up.
Here's
Hey, that's
here he
Ally.
is.
There he is. That's him.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Oh,
So Ally, stop hugging him.
Yikes.
He's adorable. Ally, that's my
Actually,
personal little
take the picture
guy.
away. Replace it with this
He's
picture instead.
from a series
oh,
of
that's much
Bubba.
better.
Ugh.
Do you want me
Anyways,
to
yeah.
explain or not?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah,
Just keep the
you
picture. Just
have
keep the picture up.
stage. You have the floor.
Mhm.
Okay. Ally, he's my personal robot, my personal little assistant. He helps me around the shop and doing things, scavenging things, basically everything. He's just a little personal robot of mine that I like to use for bits and bobs, odds and ends. He is a part of a series of robots that I've made myself. I call them my little bubots. There's hundreds of them. Hundreds have died. Hundreds more will be made. That's not a big deal. Basically, the idea for the Bubbuts comes from, one day I was just meandering around collecting bits and bobs, and I see, these little kids' toys, and I'm like, oh my god, these are so cute.
Mhm.
You think of like the
As you do.
leapfrogs and
Leapfrog. Oh, I remember Leapfrog.
yeah, exactly. See the
Yeah.
leapfrog, and they got all the little like tablets and shit. I was like, well, shit, some of these got pretty good junk in them. What if I just like made a semi-sentient
Leapfrog.
robot? Out of
And you just did
A
leapfrog?
that.
semi-sentient leapfrog,
did
and you
that.
just did that.
And I did
And you
that,
just
and I
That's
and
did
you
that.
just
insane.
decided to do it.
You're
Oh
a
my
mad
And I
god.
did- yeah.
scientist. You have
You
no
can say
morals.
that.
You have no ethics.
You're like Steve Jobs.
No
in-
ethical
in-
consideration for a single
Yeah.
thing you did.
I suppose you could say that.
I detest you.
You'll get over it.
It's a well-known fact that you are an enjoyer of fictional robot characters, as with Ally. Is that why you chose to be a mechanic? And could you tell us a little bit more about the robot characters you enjoy and the ones which have inspired you most?
So basically, robot. I wouldn't say like I love. It's no shocker that I love robots. I got a thing for robots. I'm a big fan of the bots. What can I say? I'm a bit of a bot enthusiast. I
You're in a
wouldn't say
room
that's
full
what
of them.
inspired. I do. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say that's specifically what inspired me to be who I am. I think.
Oh no, I mean in
it was
terms
more-
of you're handy, you're techie, you
Yeah.
make gizmos in that.
Yeah.
Did that
You
inspire
make
you
gizmos and
to be
gadgets.
like that?
You sit in your workshop all day and you tinker around with your rocket boots and your springboards.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. You're a little Jimmy Neutron, aren't you? A little brain blaster, you like a
Yep,
big little
yep.
forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You could say that. You could say that.
a little
You
big
could say that.
forehead.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the bits and the bobs and the bots and the creation of the bits and the bobs and the bots and the computers. I think I'm just a techie guy. I like playing with the shit. I like plugging shit in. I like plugging shit out. I like
You like
cutting the
plugging shit in?
wires. Yeah.
Interesting. You're unique in that you're not just a streamer on Twitch, but you're also a multimedia personality with content in live streaming, long-form YouTube videos, short-form TikToks, and also 2D digital artwork. How do you balance all of that talent?
I don't.
Good answer.
Thank you. I try really hard, I guess. Usually like I don't know. I keep to kind of a schedule, or I try to, where, I'll wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I do my morning routine, and then I'm like, guess I gotta go edit a TikTok, or wow, that game is really popping off. Maybe I should make a YouTube video for it, and then I schedule that, and then I stream whenever I have the itch, or I try to kind of keep to a schedule of like 3 days a week minimum. A lot of it is
Mhm.
just like the routine of it. The routines help me a lot. So as long as I'm in a routine, I can kind of figure it out.
And so would you say that content creation, I say in broader terms, not just VTubing, is a means for you to express your creativity?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. From the very beginning, that's kind of been the main thing for me, was expressing myself and being able to show myself
Mm.
to people. I guess, I started as just being an artist online, and that was how I got started, was simply just drawing, and that was it. So, from the very beginning, it's always just been about expressing myself and being able to share my ideas with the people. And so from there, it's just delved into, suddenly I'm streaming, suddenly I'm making YouTube videos, suddenly
And
I'm
suddenly you're
doing a million
grimmyable.
other things. Suddenly I'm groomable.
And suddenly you're able to grimmy. How
It's
about
true.
that? Isn't that fantastic?
Oh man, I love grooming.
You
think it's
love grooming.
great.
It's
Yeah, I'm a
great,
bit of the
isn't it,
grooming
Power?
master. I'm a grooming
Mhm.
master.
Mm. So it also says here on my list of questions, you are a big fan of the Varkas. So what say you about the claim that the band fell off after the release of the song Easy for Ants?
One more time.
It says
I'm a
here
big fan
on
of
this
what?
on these notes that have been fact checked and well researched by my team in the studio. It says here you're a big fan of the band known as the Varkas. What say you about those who claim that the band fell off after the release of the song "Easy for Ants"?
Um, can you spell it out for me?
Your choice of design is a very striking one, and is most certainly unique. I can't say I've ever seen another nudibranch in the
Uh-huh.
YouTuber space. I
Wait,
would
do
like
that
to
one
hear
more
more
time.
about how exactly far your interest in marine biology goes, and why you decided to take inspiration from this particular creature in your design.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So, a lot of people actually don't know this, but I've got a pretty big interest in fish. I kept fish for a long time. I like learning about fish. I know quite a bit about fish. More recently, I was looking into shrimp.
Shrimp.
I like shrimp.
You've been
Yep.
looking into shrimp.
Shrimp. I like shrimp.
Shrimp.
I like cherry shrimp. They're
Cherry
little
shrimp.
guys.
You like
They're
cherry
quite
shrimp?
cute. Yep.
You like those little
Not
guys?
for eating. I
Not for
do like
eating.
eating shrimp too,
You
but
don't like eating
the
shrimp.
pet shrimp. I like eating shrimp, but I
You
also
like
like
eating
the
shrimp.
pet shrimp. Yeah.
Tell me what shrimp. What does shrimp taste like? I know what it tastes like, but I just want your perspective on it.
Like
Describe
a
the flavor.
Describe the
like a
flavor of
sea
shrimp.
bug, like shrimp.
Do you think that Bernice will get mogged by Ati?
But maybe I don't know.
Oh, wait. There he is. It's Ati. Everybody look. Ati. There he is.
Oh my god, it's him! It's really him!
Do you have any upcoming big projects or large-scale streams that you'd like to tell us about? Anything that's potentially involving your community events, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so there's a stream coming up called the Ally Takeover stream. The entire idea behind the stream is that I'm not streaming. I'm not there. I've got nothing to do with it. This is all entirely something that's going to be done by my little guy Ally. He's going to be running this stream. It's been highly anticipated. Everyone's like, "Oh, Grimmy, when's the takeover stream soon?"
I hate that guy.
Okay, you'll get over it.
Anything
You're
else to
just
do with
smarter
Ally, the
than you.
Bobots?
They're cute, and you should look into making your own.
I've got a question. Um, one
Yeah.
last thing I want to know, and Pao,
Yeah.
you can chime in if you've got any more questions after this. But I want to know, where is it that you manufacture the glummy? What's your secret to the perfect brew?
You know, way back when people would brew alcohol out of like their piss and in the toilet.
Now, when was this exactly? Specific dates,
I don't.
please.
Sometime in the something centuries.
And that's about all the time we have for tonight. We've got one last segment because I just thought of doing the last two guests a sea creature themed game that we can play, okay? Yeah?
What?
How about that? So, we call it
Yeah!
crustacean time. What do we call it, Para?
Crustacean time.
Crustacean time, that's right, and it's crustacean time now. So, Grimmy, you will be joining me in a game of I Spy. Are you ready? You have 3 attempts.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Spy with my little eye something beginning with D.
I wonder what it could be.
He's nuts.
No, that's your first attempt gone.
Uh-uh.
Something that starts with D, and is it what is it in the room?
It's in this room. It's in this room with us.
Every time she says something wrong, do a big
We'll add that in post.
Yeah.
It starts with D. It's in this desk.
Incorrect. Third and last attempt.
Put really fast like music here, like the time's running out.
Starts with a D. It's in this room. I should be able to see it. Is it a crustacean? You know, you mentioned crustaceans.
Well, this is crustacean time. That's the name of the segment. It's not the
Okay,
name of
this
the
is
game.
just okay. Is it Dick?
Incorrect. Unfortunately, Grimmy, you have lost the game, and Paro, you know what that means.
Come on in here.
Get him in here. Get
him in here.
Here he comes. There he is.
Playo Idol, danksen un talaga semida.
And there you have it. That was the Great Grimmy. You can check her out at twitch.tv/Grimmyable. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for coming out here tonight. You've been a wonderful audience. Of course, I was co-hosted by the wonderful Parochialabang.
That's on twitch.tv/Parochia Butterfly.
Parochia Butterfly on twitch.tv. We've got the 3 guests of the show. We had Rain.
Rain Live on
twitch.tv/Rain Live. Next up, we had Owl.
Owl Blockade on twitch.tv/Owl_Blockade.
Owl_Blockade. Twitch.tv/Owl_Blockade. And afterwards, as our final guest, we had the great Grimmy.
Grimmy on, you already know it, twitch.tv/Grimmyable.
That's the one. That's the one. That's a cursed link. I heard if you put that link into your browser, you get a computer virus. The Sarielle design, model art, and rig, as well as the thumbnail for this video, were all done by Arcscape00.
On twitter.com/Arcscape00.
That's the one. That's the one. The theme song, the intro and outro music of this episode were done by the wonderful Isurin.
The one and only Isurin on twitter.com/Isurin_.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. What do you want? Like an autograph or something? Can you see I'm not on the job right now? Huh? Wise guy, huh? Wise guy? Yeah. Oh yeah. Forgot to mention. Hui Jing 22. The link should be in the description and on the screen. That's the person who did the wonderful studio backgrounds for the show. And also, if you yourself are a VTuber or a PNG tuber who is interested in being in the Sarielle Show, being hosted on the Sarielle Show as a guest, check that QR code over there. Or, alternatively, click the link in the description.